guys, so recording this today, just wanted to show you guys what I'm actually up to these days, working on music. And I know a couple of you guys have been thinking about the whole idea of all my tracks are ghost produced. So I just want to show you, it's not. I mean, end of the day, I do take help from people finalizing the track. Sometimes I come up with the idea, sometimes they offer me ideas and then I work on it. So this particular track that I'm actually done almost, worked with Cristina Soto. The track is called Hope. The way we actually worked on this track is basically we collaboratively on Skype sessions. Well, actually not Skype, this app called Zoom sessions. We actually finished it collaboratively. So she came up with the vocal, I gave her the instrumental, and then she came back with the idea, and then I laid it out on top of the instrumental to see how it works. And then once we agreed both that this is how it sounds like, then I kind of finished the track my way and then finalized it together through the Zoom session. So supposed to have a Zoom session with her tonight, like right now actually. So kind of recording it. She doesn't know yet, but I'll let her know that we are actually recording it. I just want to make sure she's aware of it. But yeah, so let me see if I can pull that up while we wait for her to join. Oh, there it is. As you can see, this is the Ableton. So just waiting on it to load. And while we wait for that, just gonna check if Cristina is ready. Should be ready soon. This is how it looks like. In terms of the project, the way how I worked with this project, if you guys remember Sunset, I used to work with Sunset before doing different tracks. I know a lot of you have this idea that everything that was introduced by me last year was by all Sunset, which is not true. You can actually even ask him. Basically the way how we work, same thing I work with anyone else, to be honest with you. Sometimes I come up with the idea, sometimes he does it, and we work on it. This particular track, the idea was actually just MIDI that was sent to me with some of the stems that you can see here. Then I kind of added more elements to it, especially like the MIDIs for piano and the lead. For example, if I show you this part, there's a massive lead going on. Without the lead, actually, it sounds kind of different. Let me see, where's the audio? Okay, actually, because it's a solo. That's why. Save me. So just different ideas being added to it. That's basically what it is. Lots of stems. I really love working with stems and audio files because it gives you more control and more power towards your workflow. MIDI, first of all, my laptop is a bit old. I mean, it's still doing a great job, but sometimes too much MIDI slows my computer down, so I kind of bounce it around and freeze it. And afterwards, I work on it, compressing, modulating, and things like those. Right now, the reason I'm actually waiting on Cristina is to finalize this track. The track is almost done, and actually, good thing the track has already been taken by my label, Flashover. We just need to finalize the tweaks and send them over to him. This is the first time I'm actually doing this without even kind of like not letting label know that I'm doing a video of a track that's not released yet. but I think it's sometimes it's fine. I hope Selwyn or Yuri, I hope you guys are fine with it, because sometimes, you know, to give and show the like your fans what exactly you do, I guess, and kind of clear the confusion out there that I'm not really just sitting around there and people are just making tracks for me. All the process in terms of every single track that I do are very collaborative efforts. So it's really comes down to understanding between the people that I work with. So currently I don't work with Sunset anymore. The reason behind that is nothing personal. We don't have any issues. We are still good friends. Had some differences in the past. We figured it out. We fixed it. Now it's just the reason I moved over from a different sound than what we have. This is actually the last track I had a project with, actually, that he came up with the ideas and then gave it up to me, and then I finished it. This is like 80% of the tracks were sent to me in MIDI files, and the rest of it was just stems. That changed into all audio stems. That it changed into percussions and kick and all that stuff. And basically exported all of it. But the main idea behind this track was to just get a proper vocal, and I think Cristina Soto did an excellent job delivering the vocal. So let's get ready. I think she is ready to. She just needs me. So put this back here. And yeah, so this this thing that I work with, this app is called Zoom. It's kind of like Skype, but the only difference is the audio feed from Zoom goes straight into the person who is going to be zooming with me, so they can actually hear exactly what I'm playing on my basically on my system, on my digital analog workstation, really. So, our digital audio workstation. Anyways, so let's get started. Let's send Cristina out. Getting right. Alright, he should be here soon. I'm kind of going to close everything down a bit, because sometimes when I share my screen it kind of slows down everything. So close some of these windows down. Whenever she's ready.
Molly, come here.
Hey, hey!
Here.
Hi!
Hey!
I see two of you. There's like a cell phone, so you join me with your cell phone?
Yeah, I'm on a cell phone because I lost my old headset that had the aux cable, and now I have the iPhone 10, and it's like incompatible, so it's so annoying. Molly, come here. Get inside. Sorry, my dog is going crazy. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
How's everything? I saw you went to the Washington DC March. How was that?
I did. There was one in Austin.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean it was everywhere,
Yeah.
right?
So say it again?
I think it was everywhere in the States, right?
It was. Can you hear me okay? There's no like echo or anything,
Yeah,
right?
I was saying there was like a lot of them in the United States, right?
Yeah, they were everywhere. It was really cool. I love seeing all the posts from people that I know out in Florida and California, so New York City. There were a lot of marches. That was really cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I just want to tell you one thing before I start. I am taking your permission to record this, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I was recording it. I was just talking about it because lately, some of my, I don't know, I don't really call them like who doesn't really like me or whatever, but some of the people are like, oh, all the tracks that Saad produces are Ghost produced. He doesn't do anything. It's just done by people. I was just like, okay, you know what? I should just do this. Like, since I'm gonna have a Zoom session with Cristina, that they can see what exactly we do instead of.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
you should have told me. I would have put makeup on or
You look
something.
great. You look great. You look great.
Oh my gosh. Okay, no problem. Well, do you want to just get started?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
So let's start with the first thing we talked about was the Oz at the very beginning of the track. Initially, the idea was to get a vocal chops, right? But that was for the progressive version of it. And this version, since I played it live in Amsterdam, excellent. Especially the fact that Netherlands or Dutch crowd is a bit older crowd. They're not younger like our age. They're like median age is from 37 up. So there was people who were like 40 and up. They were like there. So it's not like people jumping up in the air and like hands in the air kind of thing. It's just more people like dancing and grooving. And if they really like it, you can see like they're smiling and all that. It was very different. So it was a really good experience. I really enjoyed that kind of crowd too, because I was there last year for Amsterdam Dance Event. So had kind of an idea what to play. So the track that I played, it was kind of a tricky because sometimes you never know, they might not like a vocal trance, so they probably prefer like an instrumental track, right? But they enjoyed it, which was great. And
That's awesome. Did you announce it or did you just like play it?
no, I just played it as an ID. So a lot of people were like asking what the track was. I played like 8 of my new tracks, so everyone's just like, what's this track, what's that track? I was like, well, you guys have to wait.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, it's fun to like tease people that way. So, yeah. Another thing is that once we finished the track playing and live, the entire label team was there too. So they really liked it, and they next day we had a meeting, and they're like, yeah, it sounded great on the live set, and people reaction was great. So we don't really need to do a progressive version out of it. So let's just keep it this, but make it like 135. So that's where we're at.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like the 135. I think it grooves a little bit more. But yeah, there were just a couple of like nitpicky audio things that I heard. And like my stance on it, so we can kind of just start at the earliest one. But there were just like I heard some like weird pops and breaths that of course I want to take out.
Yeah. For sure.
So now that you're recording this, everyone will know my secret that I remove all of my breath.
That's okay.
Okay.
To be honest with you, I was telling my other friend of mine who helps me out with my production stuff. I was telling like how great you are when it comes to working with you with like audios and stuff. Like how you are so knowledgeable and everything. And he's like, "Oh man, that makes me like feel so great to hear like a person, like a vocalist who knows their shit." I was like, "Yeah, she does. She does."
Thanks. I try. Fake it till you make it, right?
Yeah. Well, you do great.
Yeah.
Alright.
Cool.
So, tell me the
alright.
timestamps that you think were kind of
Okay.
popping.
2:36.
2:30. By the way, let me just share my screen, I think, so that way you can see it.
Okay.
You can see it, right?
Started screen sharing? Yes.
Alright, great. Yeah, so Right now it's 138, by the way, so I'm keeping it right like that. But once I do the render, it's gonna be 135. Because since originally everything was arranged at 138, so once I fix everything, then I will go back. I need to warp some of the elements to back to like 135, and then do the render afterwards.
So does that mess up the timestamp?
No, it doesn't. So if we fix it, it's still going to be the same. So.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm just gonna play the audio solo, that way you can hear it. So you said 230, right?
236.
Alright, let's see. That one?
Was it 236? It was actually like a pop.
Yeah, by the way, some of the pop, I actually put an Isotope RX on top of it. So some pops and clicks you won't hear anymore.
Okay.
So that's basically...
Maybe you should send me a new... Like, I feel like maybe you should send me a new version then, because I hate to take timestamps on things that you've already corrected, but like...
No, I haven't touched anything since we spoke.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's still the same exactly what you heard. So...
Okay.
Save me like a first kiss.
That one? Was there anything on 244?
No.
At the 236, was it? Do you remember what exactly it was? Like, did it say save
I
at
wrote
the
down
first
pop in breath.
in breath.
Here, let me play this. I wonder if it will on my side.
I can just pull up the 135 version so that we can hear that too. Just want to make sure.
Yeah, I think you're gonna need to do that.
Yeah, let me just get that. Hold on. That's at 237, because 236 is empty.
Yeah, so I wrote down 236, so if you can play it.
Let me see.
One more time. Did you hear what I was saying?
Save me.
So this one is at 236. So this is 236 right here. Do you see the screen? My iTunes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's literally right here.
Save me like a first kiss.
Yeah, it's like a pop in the breath.
We're at 237?
Maybe 237, yeah. When I looked up, it was... I was
Okay,
trying
that's
to
alright.
make a note.
Yeah, that's alright. Hold on, let me just see.
Save me like a first kiss.
Yeah. So the breath itself has like a quality about it. It's like it was like a bad paint job on the breath itself.
Right exactly here.
Make me feel some.
Save me like a first kiss. Let me see.
Save me like a first kiss.
Yeah, it's on the hope. On the hope, I'm going, and it's like a weird thing.
Can you still hear it now? Can you still hear it now? When I play it?
Say that again?
Can you hear it now when I'm playing it? Let me play it again.
I mean, no, I can't really it now, but I wouldn't expect to because the audio is still very muddy in Zoom, so it's not like the clearest thing.
Okay.
If
it's inside the actual hope, I won't be able to like just click remove like how we did before. However, what I can do is I can just run like an isotope declicker to see if there's any clicks or anything that will just gonna be removed right away. So let me just quickly check. I can just run it with you while I'm here and see if there is any clicks or anything. Was it click that you heard or pop?
It sounded more like a pop, like when I edited the vocal, maybe like I put it, or like when I smashed it together, it was like a hope and a, like almost like two H's on it or something. When I hear it on my side.
Right. Okay. It's.
It's very minor.
What I can do, so there's two ways of doing it. So I can run through some isotopes, see if there's any click or anything like that.
Do you even hear it though?
It's there, but it's very subtle. Like if you hear it, like a regular system, people would not notice. If you only point it out and someone actually has to listen to it, then they'll be like, "Oh yeah, it is there."
Yeah.
But let me see if there's any clicks or anything, because it will show me if there's any clicks right here. So I'm just gonna play it.
Okay.
So there were like 5.
Save me like a first kiss.
Yeah, I'm just gonna run a declicker on your entire vocal, because there are some clicks that just fixes it automatically. So if there's very minor things, you can see it right here. I don't know if you can see it. Like this declicker already repaired 34 clicks on that particular part.
Let's declick the shit out of it.
Alright, cool. Sounds good. Alright, what else was like major?
So I guess I'll wait to hear the declicker thing again. At 3:48, when the synth comes back in, it seems very forward in the mix, considering it's just coming back in. And so like when I'm listening to it, it just kind of takes.
Is it right after the drop?
It's building up. It's building up. 'Cause I can't hold on with a promise. I think it's that part.
Okay, let me see.
3:48.
Save me.
So you want your vocal to be still at the front and that not to be like overpowering your vocal, right? Is that what you want?
Exactly.
Okay,
Yeah,
I can fix that. I can just I can EQ that a bit. Let me just quickly see which one I want to EQ though. Yeah, I would EQ that a bit. Just automate EQ there, just that part right before the drop, I guess. Let me see. Yeah, I'm just gonna fix this part. I think that should fix it for you. Just grab a fast filter. Let me know if it's too subtle or you want more. I can just do that. It's cutting out so bad because of the whole sharing again, but let me just try a few things. What I have to do, I'm just gonna turn this off. Yeah, that should should work. It's not breaking up that much anymore. That one. Let me see which one is overpowering the lead here. Found it, okay. So I'm just gonna turn this two off and bring it back just at the drop. Let's see. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah,
cool.
that's great.
Cool. So it's just needed to like, I will EQ a bit more on those other layers too. Kind of sound like it's kind of building up.
Okay.
That way it will have like a more power to the drop. So I'll leave it be as it is for now. So just keep it like that and then EQ it after our Zoom session.
Okay.
What else was there?
Well, I was just curious now that we're talking about kind of dynamics a little bit. Do you have, and this is like maybe just a dumb, I'm not a producer, sound engineer question, but is there like a setting for like kind of fading in and out on a specific stem?
Which one?
Well, so I'm thinking more generally, but like, for example, when we frame the vocal to like bring it in, you know, things kind of tighten up and then they should build back up, you know, through and then crescendo and drop again to breakdown. And then in your, like full drop part, like I also feel like there should be dynamic and growing back up into the, you know, the outro or the reprise. And so I'm kind of wondering like, what,
like you wanted to like kind of have the dynamics, like the frequency like move around a bit? Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, I think so, right? So like when I hear, here, I'll just go straight to the drop as an example.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay, so like throughout the whole drop, what is it, 16 count?
Yeah,
Or
16
is it
about
32?
16,
Okay.
16, yeah.
Okay, and then it comes back, and then the fill is the main kind of dynamic change back into the next reprieve or whatever for the vocal. But like, I would love to hear something kind of grow in the drop, or you know, kind of be brought like there's, I don't know, like it's hard for me to like this very effectively, but I just feel like that's where the music should really, you know, everyone's got their hands up and like that's where the music should really shine. And so I would love to hear some more dynamics in the phrasing of things that you're bringing out, or like something that kind of comes in on the last 8 bars.
Well, the lead, for example, the one that you're hearing, I actually have like another lead that's not the same pattern on the MIDI. That's playing is completely different on the drop, but I have it a bit lower down. I can bring that back up a bit. and have the other part kind of lower down, so that way there will be like a variation on the actual melody pattern. So let me just play it for you for this little bit. So that part, it goes up. So that part actually, it's kind of like the way I made it before. It was kind of like an addition to the harmonics of the plug that was playing, which was more straightforward, just that's it. It just repeats it. But this one was going up even one step more. So I was just trying to do that. But I can bring this back as the main on the drop. That way there's a bit of variation to it.
Is there like so everything right now is kind of pulsing on that that same rhythm, right? So like da 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 da, right?
Yeah.
Everything is kind of okay. And we're 4 on the floor. Like, I wonder if there's like could you bring up like pads or something, or like, you know what I mean? That
At the drop. At the drop.
Like as the drop builds into the next section.
Yeah, actually, that's actually a pretty good idea. Maybe once your vocal hits in, I can bring like a pad that goes with it. I can try that and see if it works or not.
Yeah, I mean, you could even and you build a pad up into the vocal, and have it like you kind of on a harmony note, like a complementing note.
Yeah, I can just make it like.
Where did you go? So like da 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 da. You could do like no.
I can just make this into a pad actually. I don't know if you can see it. I can just make this into a pad actually. Let me see if this works or not. Because these are like the notes of the melody. So I can just change it. Let's see if it works or not. Sometimes it works, sometimes it just sounds really weird. But no harm trying, right? So let's see.
Yeah.
Probably have to extend some of these notes, but I think it should be fine. You want like a strings or like a pad?
I don't know. Let's see what it sounds like. So let's see where your vocal comes in first. Start right from here. Let's see what pad I can get. Maybe almost here.
what kind of sound do you prefer?
Hear me here.
I could just extend the notes a bit. It sounds like ding, just like stops there. Just not extend this. What do you think?
It's kind of hard, like I said, for me to hear exactly, but yeah, I think something like that. But I'm not sure where are you putting it right now?
Here, yeah, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it right now, so you can hear it a bit more better.
Okay. No better.
Cutting out so bad, I'm sorry, but
I can't hear it.
Yeah, it's cutting out so bad, but I think it plays right where it says, where did you go? That's where the piano, I mean the pad strings, holly strings comes in.
So before that or at that?
Right at when your vocal hits in.
Okay, right.
Is that a mosquito?
Yeah, I got it. You're just a crazy person. Okay. So hang on, let me show you where I was thinking.
I'm actually gonna play it for you. Hold on. I'm just gonna turn off one of this layer.
Okay.
And then let's see. This should work. What's that?
Varying up the drop, and I was thinking more the 16 bars before that.
Okay,
like building
so
up into your own.
Let's play
I'm
it
sorry,
here.
8 bars before that.
Okay, let's play like here. Right there, or like
No.
right after.
Later, like now.
Yeah.
Yeah, like right now.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
Alright, I will play around with it and make it more like blend well with the entire track.
Yeah, I think if you came up with like a, even if some of those notes that are at the top of your chord,
yeah.
If you looked at like, what can you play the top notes for me?
Yeah. It's not playing.
Oh, you can play it I can hear. So, you know, you know, like I would say, like find a couple of like little, especially if you're going strings. I think it would be pretty.
Like you want
to
choir?
vary that last in.
You want like choir?
No.
No? 'Cause I can
I
do
don't need
that.
the choir. I'm just saying, like you could put one more note on top of, or like like put an offbeat. Anyway.
Yeah, I'll play around with it.
it.
I think I know exactly what you want. I just gonna. I mean, like the last,
Yeah.
like the last bar. I think you last bar, the last bar before, like the fifth,
Right, like build
fifth
up
bar.
into like the
I can make it
flare.
like
Yeah.
more upper, like in the notes, and yeah, I'll play around with it and see how it sounds like. But yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I like the idea. I think that's a good idea to have a string, for sure.
I think it'll build nicely back into the vocal and give the drop a little bit of phrasing.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I guess with that, like the last
You said was the timing
I
was
wanted it-
off?
Yeah, I wanted it to be a little bit like into the space, so like I want to bump it a little bit later, even if it's not quite on. Like I think that it'll finish out into the space of the track better.
Okay, let's play it.
Because right now it's just, yeah.
Make me feel something.
Or was it at the very end?
Yeah, the one at the very end. No, I mean, it should have been right there.
Where is it?
Where is it?
It's like, wait, where did it go?
we popped that in from earlier. in
Yeah, I
the
think I
song.
didn't add it. I think I didn't add it afterwards. That's why it's missing.
Make me feel something.
But that's so weird. Actually, hold on.
Maybe it's just like on a track that's needed right now.
Possibly. I need to find it.
Save me. Why don't you come down and make me feel something? Where did you go? Where did you?
There it is.
And you want that to be coming in like a bar after?
I want to hear it with the. I want to hear it with the music,
Okay.
because I feel like then I'll know.
Make me feel
I think I
Yeah.
found it.
So like,
Should be. Probably like right here.
yeah.
Like that?
I mean, yeah, it could go up. If you wanted to bump it up a little bit earlier, that would be fine. But like, I'm actually okay with it spilling over into the, yeah, like that's probably perfect.
It's kind of a bit late, so.
Yeah, let's do it. I think it sounds better later.
Like that?
Yeah, that's cool.
Alright, cool. I'll still kind of play with the metronome and see how it sounds like. But with your breath
it's like-
issues, I will fix that for sure with the clicker. So you don't have to worry
Okay.
about anything to do with
But keep
those.
in mind on that last thing, like, there's a huge space, like, at the end of the song. So, like, to me, it's kind of, it may not be on the click when you listen to it.
Which
So,
one?
But I think, like, stylist, like, that may not be on the click because it's intentionally following
Kind
the-
of off? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
Okay. Well, cool. That was really what I
Yeah, and I
had.
also wanted to tell you that first part where you said the ahs,
Mhm.
the track is about 6 minutes long, right? So when we make it a Spotify version, that part probably not going to be even on the radio edit, which is basically going to
Okay.
shine anyway. So that part gonna start from right here. So yeah. So that's where it starts because
Okay.
that's like 1 minute 20 seconds, and if we go to the straight to the end, so 1 minute 20 seconds and 5:40, so that's about four minutes. So another 30 seconds
Right.
gonna be gone in between. So when label decides to do the radio edit, they will radio edit that way.
Okay.
So